The political situation in Halam Shiral hangs by a thread. The Empress fears our presence could sever it. The Grand Duke is only too happy to have us at the ball as his guests, so our invitation comes from him. Whether we act as his allies or upset the balance of power, he gains an opportunity, if not a clear advantage.
It is a great pleasure to meet you, Inquisitor Lavellen. The rumors coming out of the Western Approach say you battled an army of demons. Imagine what the Inquisition could accomplish with the full support of the rightful Emperor of Orlais.
And which one was the rightful one again? I keep getting them confused.
The handsome, charming one, of course, my lady. I am not a man who forgets his friends, Inquisitor. You help me, I'll help you. My lady, are you prepared to shock the court by walking into the Grand Ball with a hateful usurper? They will be telling stories of this into the next age.
There's a Tevinter assassin on the loose, Gaspard. Finding him is my priority.
Are you serious? That is a grave allegation, my friend. A foreign power meddling now, of all times? I have no doubt this Tevinter is hiding within the ranks of the Elven delegation. They're up to something. My people have found these ambassadors all over the fortifications. Sabotage seems the least of their crimes.
If they're siding with the enemy, I'll put an end to it.
Be as discreet as possible. I detest the game, but if we do not play it well, our enemies will make us look like villains. We're keeping the court waiting, Inquisitor. Shall we?
몰래 써야 되는 건가?
Is that the Inquisitor?
An elf savage! Oh, Maker forbid!
This is Gaspard's idea of a joke.
You there! Rabbit! Have you seen a ring anywhere? It was a gift from the Countess Montbelliard, enchanted by the Fomari. I cannot go into the ball without it.
Is this ring particularly valuable?
Its worth in coin is not as important as its social value. It was a gift from a member of the Council of Heralds. If she finds out I lost it, she will never forgive me. Not even if I live to be 1,000 years old.
You're not going to find it standing here.
How rude! Can you not spare a moment of pity for a soul in need? Where could it be?
다시 말해야 돼?
Where could it be?
간직하라고만. 이게 호감도를 늘려야 되는 거잖아.
Maker, what am I going to do if I cannot find my ring?
Is this the ring you were looking for?
You are a treasure! I cannot believe you found it!
받았어.
You have saved me a lifetime of mortification. How can I thank you enough?
Is that the Inquisitor?
A Dalish? No, that cannot be. Where has that servant gone? Elves, always shirking their duties.
중앙선.
Where has that servant gone? Elves, always shirking their duties.
저거 있나 지금?
Lady Nightingale makes me nervous.
Foreigners.
뚫으라고?
Interesting.
Any word from the front lines?
My spies said the bodies were beyond counting.
Surely the Empress will put an end to the war tonight.
Pray, my friend. If the Maker does not hear us now, just pray.
좀 쩐대 얘네가.
Inquisitor, a moment, if you please. I must warn you before you go inside. How you speak to the court is a matter of life and death. It is no simple matter of etiquette and protocol. Every word, every gesture is measured and evaluated for weakness.
I'll keep my guard up. Don't worry.
The game is like Wicked Grace played to the death. You must never reveal your cards. When you meet the Empress, the eyes of the entire court will be upon you. You are safer in the Fade with the Fear Demon.
It might be a good idea for the others to hear this warning. The bull in particular.
I'll have a few discreet words. Everything will be fine. Andraste, watch over us all.
뭐 일이 없으려나?
Gaspard up to. It wouldn't surprise me if it brought me.
It will take some time to get our men into the palace. I'll alert you when we're ready.
How can they call this a vestibule? It's a foyer.
Please, it's barely
I heard
half the size
Celine
of
was
the
having
foyer
the
in
entire
Imperial
wing
Palace.
redecorated.
It's obvious.
For the time
Interesting.
도청을 해서 정보를 얻나?
Just gossip. Just gossip.
Just gossip.
How long can Orzammar hold out with trade disrupted?
We have reserves of food supplies for the last few months, but the king wants trade resumed before panic starts.
Who does Orzammar favor in the negotiations?
King Eduka has put considerable coin behind the Empress in hopes the trade in foodstuffs will resume quickly.
I can hardly believe Gaspard and Celine are in the same room.
Grand Duchess Florian.
Gaspard never struck me as pious. You must think he gained some military advantage with the Inquisition.
저기에서도 뭔가 일이 일어나는 것 같은데. 죄다 가면을 쓰고 있으니까 누구는 거야.
And now presenting Grand Duke Gaspard de Chalon, and accompanying him, Lady Inquisitor Lavellen. Shepherd and leash of the wayward Order of Templars, purger of the heretics from the ranks of the faithful, champion of the Blessed Andraste herself.
Did you see their faces? Priceless.
Accompanying the Inquisitor, Warden Blackwall of Valcheven, Constable of the Grey, bearer of the silver-right wings of valor, the Iron Bull, leader of the famed mercenary company Bull's Chargers. As the name might imply, the Lady Inquisitor's elven serving man, Solus, Sir Callan Stanton Rutherford of Honleith, commander of the forces of the Inquisition, former Knight Commander of Kirkwall. Lady Liliana, Nightingale of the Imperial Court, veteran of the Fifth Blight, Seneschal of the Inquisition, and Left Hand of the Divine. And Lady Josephine Charette Montillier of Antiva City, Ambassador of the Inquisition.
Cousin, my dear sister.
Grand Duke, we are always honored when your presence graces our court.
Don't waste my time with pleasantries, Celine. We have business to conclude.
We will meet for the negotiations after we have seen to our other guests.
Inquisitor?
Lady Inquisitor, we welcome you to the Winter Palace. Allow us to present our cousin, the Grand Duchess of Leeds, without whom this gathering would never have been possible.
What an unexpected pleasure. I was not aware the Inquisition would be part of our festivities. We will certainly speak later, Inquisitor.
Your arrival at court is like a cool wind on a summer's day.
I am delighted to be here, Your Majesty.
We have heard much of your exploits, Inquisitor. They have made grand tales for long evenings.
그냥
How do you
밝히면은
find
하는
Halam
거겠지.
Shiral?
I have no words to suffice. Halam Shiral has many beauties, and I couldn't do them justice.
Your modesty does you credit, and speaks well for the Inquisition. Feel free to enjoy the pleasures of the ballroom, Inquisitor. We look forward to watching you dance.
Inquisitor, a word when you have a moment.
Tell me, Yvette.
칭찬을 했었어야 되는 건가?
Are they in good
호감도가 안
health? Do
늘어나네.
they want for anything?
Papa's perfectly happy in the studio. Mother is the same as always.
Meaning she's after you to do more work.
You always take her side.
It's true. The Templars have returned to the...
I had hoped to tour the Royal Wing Gardens again.
I have heard they are the finest in the Empire. It's such a pity the ring is sealed.
Laurent was... Perhaps we can speak later, Inquisitor.
지금
You must dance
How
with
could
me,
the
Commander.
Empress afford to renovate
You cannot
the
stand
house
about all evening.
without war going
I'm
on?
at least
I heard
Inquisitor.
that it wasn't
Did you need
renovations
something?
at all.
The sooner we track down this infiltrator, the better.
He fired on the Winter Palace? That's monstrous.
We'll talk later.
I await your signal.
What were they doing in the Western Approach? It's a wasteland.
Have you heard from your nephew?
Are you happy
Not
to see
since
me
his
at all,
regiment
Josie?
joined the fight yet.
It may not have been wise to attend this.
Josephine! Oh, Josephine! Is this her?
Inquisitor, please allow me to present to you my younger sister, Yvette Gabriella Montillier.
Delighted to meet you, Lady Montillier.
Inquisitor, I've heard so much about you, but not as much as I want. Josephine writes, but she never tells me anything. Is it true you found the Red Templars sacrificing heretics and drinking blood from mages' veins?
Yvette!
Everyone in Antiva City is saying so. Is it true?
There was dark magic there, yes. But none of it so... visceral.
Oh, did you check everywhere?
That's quite enough, Yvette. Really.
Which power should the Inquisition throw its weight behind?
Celine has held the throne successfully for years. I see no profit in ousting her. Gaspard has run military campaigns, but never a kingdom. His transition would be, let us say, chaotic.
Which power should the Inquisition throw its weight behind?
Celine has held the throne successfully for years. I see no profit in ousting her.
Another time. I've an idea, Josephine. You should invite all the family to Skyhold for the summer.
Are you married, Commander? Inquisitor, is there something you needed?
Who do you think the Inquisition should support?
Gaspard's claim to the throne is fair. Orlais needs someone capable of responding to the crisis at hand. A military-minded leader seems the best option.
여기에서도 선택에 따라 또 갈리는구나.
I await your signal.
I still remember the day they came to tell me that
I don't like that Grand Duke. Nobody should own as many hunting dogs as he does.
Good. I was hoping it would catch you. What did the Duke say? He points the finger at Ambassador Briala.
The ambassador is up to something, but she can't be our focus. The best place to strike at Celine is from her side. Empress Celine is fascinated by mysticism, foreseeing the future, speaking with the dead, that sort of rubbish. She has an occult advisor,
An apostate who charmed the Empress and key members of the court as if by magic. I've had dealings with her in the past. She is ruthless and capable of anything. How can Celine openly keep an apostate in the Imperial Court? The Imperial Court has always had an official position for a mage. Before now, it was little better than court jester. Vivian was the first to turn that appointment into a source of real political power. When the circles rebelled, technically every mage became an apostate. The word lost much of its strength. You think she's controlling the minds of the court? That's powerful blood magic. She's worth investigating. Can't be sure of anything here. Both leads point toward the guest wing. It's a promising place to start. I'll coordinate with our spies to see if I can find anything better. I will be in the ballroom if you need me.
조사를 하고 무도회장으로 간. 가십.
Waste of time. Good to know.
Don't I know you from somewhere? Ah. Lord Rudal de Lancre, I've seen you in his company.
I'm ready for anything. Just give the word.
What do you think about all the scheming and politics?
I think I'd rather be anywhere else. Let's save the Emperor. Say what you want about Celine's ascension. She stole the throne. In the years since, she's Gaspard. You may as well crown a bull if he wins.
While I have a moment, is there...
I'm not well acquainted with Orlesian. They rarely welcome Grey Wardens coming in with the right of conscription.
Wait for my signal.
Leave us.
Interesting.
The package is in the guest wing. Upper room.
The one of the garden. Statuette.
Gaspard is wasting his time. Nothing he does could win over the burn them all in their homes.
Does anyone really think the war will end tonight?
Inquisitor Llewellyn, don't head into the servants' wing if you value your neck. Not one else gone in there tonight and come out again.
Our man was supposed to make a pickup in the garden hours ago. Bastard's likely dead by now.
I heard. Did you hear what Gaspard said to Duke Germain? His own uncle.
Germain bore his nephew's spite better than the rest of the council. Did you see that panicked attaché roaming about?
This way is closed. Please, use the main entrance to the ballroom.
Well, well. What's this?
Did I see you talking to Duke Cyril de Montfort?
It was merely being polite. Unlike some people.
I don't like that
Don't
Grand
give me that. I've
Nobody
seen
should
the way
own as
you
many
tell
hunting
you.
dogs as he does.
Boring.
Well, well, the Inquisitor. Here as a guest of my nephew, no less. How curious.
Have you noticed anything strange this evening?
My niece Floriane hasn't spoken to me all evening. That's not like her.
What can you tell me about the Civil War?
If you're hoping for insight, you've come to the wrong man. It's war. It is brutal, and terrible, and sometimes necessary. There's nothing more to say.
I didn't know the Grand Duke was your nephew.
He's my brother's eldest boy. Always a difficult child, Gaspard. Never listened, never did what he was told. He was raised a prince. All his life we told him he would be emperor. It was his destiny, his duty. What else should he do with his life if not fight for his destiny?
Another time, my lord.
My lady! My lady Inquisitor!
May we have a word? It is very important.
The Empress has sent us with a message for you.
How can I be certain this message is from the Empress?
We three wear the masks of House Valmont.
They signify that we are public faces of the Empress.
They are also extremely fashionable.
I'm always honored to hear from Her Majesty.
Oh, she is the honored one, Inquisitor.
Empress Celine is eager to assist the Herald of Andraste in her holy endeavor.
She will pledge her full support to the Inquisition as soon as the usurper Gaspard is defeated.
Let me guess. All she wants in return is for me to help her defeat the Duke.
Oh, this is not meant as a bargain by any means, Inquisitor.
The support of the Empress is not conditional. It will be yours once the negotiations are concluded.
The Empress is the most skilled diplomat in Thedas. Gaspard is hopelessly out of his depth.
But we have taken enough of your time.
Please, enjoy the masquerade, Inquisitor.
Impératrice, c'est ton règne que nous honorons. À cette chanson Are all the Delancey here?
her. I hope not.
Is that her?
The only one to survive the Temple of Sacred Ashes. Yes.
Lady Nightingale makes me nervous. Where has that servant gone? Elves, always shirking their duties.
I need to get back before I'm missed.
Is it true the Assembly is considering naming another paragon?
Her name has been submitted, but it'll take years before they come to a decision. The Surface Smith, unlike.
Interesting.
You must be mistaken.
No, I'm quite certain it was blood on the tiles.
If they're playing the game, they're not doing it very well. You don't leave evidence if you play to win.
With Gaspard and that elf woman here, the only one playing to win is Celine.
We can only hope Celine prevails tonight. Gaspard will ruin us all.
This is a private conversation.
Gaspard is wasting his time. Nothing he does
Get
could
these
win.
pastries out to the diplomats.
The Duchess has asked for too many. I can't carry them all.
Did you hear? Gaspard said to Duke Germain, his own uncle.
Germain bore his nephew's spite better than the rest of the council.
Did you see them burning the ship?
Boring. Interesting. Waste of time.
That's the bell. I should get back to the ballroom.
Interesting.
You only say that because you fancy the Empress's pet apostate. It sickens me to think of the chaos those Maleficarum are causing across the Empire.
Even you cannot deny that the Templars abandoned the faithful in their darkest hour. How can you condone that? They are the ones who should be brought to heel, if you ask me.
So, that was a Drosti's It's been too long since I've had any word from Valois Yoshi.
That would be the second bell. Fashionably late now.
Gaspard is... wasting his time. Nothing he does could win over the Council of Lords now.
You should have considered that before threatening to burn them all in their homes.
I heard the Inquisition was here.
You're too gullible.
Well, well. What have we here? The leader of the new Inquisition, fabled herald of the faith. Delivered from the grasp of the Fade by the hand of blessed Andraste herself. What could bring such an exalted creature here to the Imperial Court, I wonder? Do even you know?
We may never know. Courtly intrigues and all that.
Such intrigues obscure much, but not all. I am Morrigan. Some call me advisor to Empress Celine on matters of the arcane. You have been very busy this evening, hunting in every dark corner
마이크를 또 끄고 있었구나.
Perhaps you and I hunt the same...
저 그 뭐지? 크롬 써요. 불어보죠. 마이크가 왜 꺼졌지? 이 헤드셋도 이제 점점 막 상태가 안 좋아지는 건가?
I don't know, do we?
You are being coy.
I'm being careful.
Not
성녀를
unwise,
드러내지 말라
here
그랬어.
of all places. Allow me to speak first, then. Recently I found and killed an unwelcome guest within these very halls.
최근에 파폭이 뭔가 좀 더 나아졌다고는 하는데
So I offer you this, Inquisitor.
크롬이 좀
A
편하긴
key
해서 저는.
found on the Tevinter's body. Where it leads, I cannot say. Yet, if Celine is in danger, I cannot leave her side long enough to search. You can.
You left Celine alone. Is that wise?
I must return to her anon, but she is safe enough, for the moment. 'Twould be a great fool who strikes at her in public in front of all her court and the
모바일은
Imperial Guard.
그냥 기본을 쓰고 있어가지고.
What's your interest in protecting Empress Celine? Are you her bodyguard?
Do I seem a bodyguard to you? If anything were to happen to Celine, eyes would turn first to her occult advisor, even if they knew otherwise. There are sharks in the water, and I will not fall prey to them. Not now, not ever.
Why did you kill the agent? He might have had useful information.
I would not have slain the man on sight had he not attacked me first. Why? Undoubtedly, I caught him in an illicit act. I did not know from whence he came until after the battle, and regret only that I could not capture him alive. What intentions the Imperium has here, I suspect you know far better than I.
다음 뭐 무겁게 쓰지 않는 거라서
I may find the time to
가벼운
try
게
a
제일
door
좋은 것
or
같아서
two.
브라우저는.
Proceed with caution, Inquisitor. Enemies abound, and not all of them aligned with Tevinter. What comes next will be most exciting.
뭐 창 여러 개 막 이렇게 띄워놓고 해도 안 내려지는 거. 아 그래요? 열쇠가 아까 그 왼쪽 그거 하는 거.
Lady Fifi and Lady Babette de Londres.
When my third husband, Pierre, lost his life to Rosalia, I swore off marriage forever.
I would love to hear about your time in Kern.
Why would the Empress invite that elf woman?
The game, of course. Celine has something up her sleeve.
계단 올라.
Did you see
Inquisitor?
Gaspard dance? Where has that servant gone? Elves, always shirking their duties.
맞이하라는 게 어떻게 맞이하라는 거?
Third cousin of Duke Gratien of Arlezan.
모르는 건 패스.
I'm so glad Maman did not want to attend. She always ruins everything.
서브캐가 많아서 호감도를 늘릴 수 있는 것 같아. 아니야?
Emissaries to Cal Shirok
Dear
appear to
Selena.
return.
열린 데가 꼭대기 배였던 것 같아. 여기였던 것 같아. 대
Did you see Gaspard dance?
He and Celine aren't getting anywhere.
Gaspard is wasting his time.
여기서 굉장히 오래 삽질을 할 것 같은데. 큰일 났네. 전시실.
This could be
전시실도
worth checking out.
안 열렸었고. 이상한 데로 온 거 아니야?
Why kill the servants?
왜 다 안 입고 있지? 갑자기? 다시 써야 된다고? 내가 보시 뭐였지? 왜 안 보이지? 장실 탐할게요. 화약을 안 쓰잖아. 근데. 전격인데 얘는.
They were unarmed.
Because they were in the way, of course. These were minor obstacles in the path to someone's power.
This was no servant. What was he doing here? Is that Gaspard's family crest on the hilt of that dagger? Time to have a word with the Duke. Venatori agents! That must be the Venatori leader. The Venatori were watching this approach. They're organized.
어떻게 올라가?
I need to get back before I'm missed.
fancy meeting you here. Inquisitor Llewellyn, slumming in the servants' quarters with the rest of your people, for once. We haven't been properly introduced, have we? I'm Ambassador Briala.
Ambassador, is it? Whose ambassador are you exactly?
If the nobility is going to treat elves as if we are not citizens, we may as well
진짜
have the
연인이야,
trappings of a foreign power. You clean this place out. Will take a month to get all the Tevinter blood off the marble. I came down to save or avenge my missing people, but you've beaten me to it. So, the Council of Herald's emissary in the courtyard. That's not your work, is it?
정체를 드러내면 안 되니까.
He was dead when I arrived.
I expected as much. You may have arrived with the Grand Duke, but you don't seem to be doing his dirty work. I knew he was smuggling his chevaliers. But killing a council emissary? Bringing Tevinter assassins into the palace? Those are desperate acts. Gaspard must be planning to strike tonight.
Are you sure he's behind this? He was too easygoing for a man plotting treason.
Don't let his charm blind you. He's Orlesian. That smile is his mask. I misjudged you, Inquisitor. You might just be an ally worth having. What could you do with an army of elven spies at your disposal? You should think about it.
You know how to make a sales pitch, Ambassador. I'll give you that.
I do, don't I? I know which way the wind is blowing. I'd bet coin that you'll be part of the peace talks before the night is over. And if you happen to lean a little bit our way, it could prove advantageous to us both. Just a thought.
Does it seem strange that every single person at this party has tried to bribe us?
스토리는 무조건 셀리는데 이게 참. 표시가 왜 있지? 길을 알려주는 거.
We should search the area.
몰라.
We are in your debt, Inquisitor.
Interesting.
Is it true what they say? You're the Inquisitor, are you not? We heard stories of your accomplishments.
I'd wager I have better tales than anything you've heard.
I told you, Philippe.
Not everyone fights an archdemon and lives to tell. It's an inspiration.
If you'd like, Commander Cullen could give you all the details of that battle. He's in the ballroom.
Really? But I shouldn't leave my post.
You'd only be gone a moment.
Philippe, the world is coming to an end. If we don't hear this story now, we'll never have a chance.
You're right. Thank you, Inquisitor. Let's go.
I should look around. I need to get back before I'm missed.
세 잔의 브랜디 보내라고? 가방이 가득 차다니. 열쇠를 따도 뭔가 딱히 좋은 게 아니고. 브랜디 세 잔에
Inquisitor Lavalin. We met briefly. I am Grand Duchess Floriane de Chalon. Welcome to my party.
Is there something I can do for you, Your Grace?
얘랑
Indeed you can. I believe tonight you and I are both concerned by the actions of a certain person. Come, dance with me. Spies will not hear us on the dance floor.
Very well. Shall we dance, Your Grace?
I'd be delighted. Have the Dalish gained a sudden passion for politics? What do you know about our civil war?
What do you think I ought to know?
My brother and my dear cousin have been at each other's throats for too long.
It took great effort to arrange tonight's negotiations. Yet one party would use this occasion for blackest treason. The security of the Empire is at stake. Neither one of us wishes to see it fall.
Do we both want that, Lady Florian?
I hope we are of one mind on this.
In times like these, it's hard to tell friend from foe. Is it not, Your Grace?
I know you arrived here as a guest of my brother Gaspard, and have been everywhere in the palace. You are a curiosity to many, Inquisitor, and a matter of concern to some.
Am I the curiosity or the concern to you, Your Grace?
A little of both, actually. This evening is of great importance, Inquisitor. I wonder what role you will play in it. Do you even yet know who is friend and who is foe? Who in the court can be trusted?
An excellent question. I might ask the same of you, Your Grace.
In the Winter Palace, everyone is alone. It cannot have escaped your notice that certain parties are engaged in dangerous machinations tonight.
If you know something, tell me.
You have little time. The attack will come soon. You must stop Gaspard before he strikes. In the Royal Wing Garden, you will find the captain of my brother's mercenaries. He knows all Gaspard's secrets. I'm sure you can persuade him to be forthcoming.
We'll see what the night has in store, won't we?
You'll be the talk of the court for months. We should take you dancing more often.
The Duchess had some interesting things to say.
Of that, I have no doubt.
Were you dancing with Duchess Florian?
More importantly, what happened in the servants' quarters? I heard there was fighting.
I hope you have good news. It appears the peace talks are crumbling.
The Grand Duchess told me there's proof Gaspard is in league with Tevinter.
She offered up her own brother? She's more cutthroat than I realized.
Then, the attack on the Empress will happen tonight.
Warning Celine is pointless. She needs these talks to succeed, and to flee would admit defeat.
Then perhaps we should let her die.
I thought we were here to stop the assassination.
Listen to me carefully, Inquisitor. What Corypheus wants is chaos. Even with Celine alive, that could still happen. To foil his plan, the Empire must remain strong. This evening, someone must emerge victorious.
And it doesn't need to be Celine. She's right.
Do you realize what you're suggesting, Leliana?
Sometimes the best path is not the easiest one.
You're asking me to decide what's best for Orlais?
More than that, whoever controls the Imperial throne will affect all of Thedas.
You cannot stop Corypheus without a decision. You must support someone, or all is lost.
Then we should support Celine. She is the rightful ruler. Why would we say otherwise?
Because she led Orlais to this point. I say Gaspard, provided his sister is wrong about him.
I would suggest Briala. She could bring true peace, not only to the Empire, but also to its elves.
This is, however, your decision, Inquisitor, not ours.
이런 거 너무 싫다.
I can't decide this. Not yet.
You must. Even inaction is a decision, Inquisitor.
You could speak to Celine in the ballroom, but she won't act. Not without proof.
If Gaspard is guilty, he'll admit nothing. If he's innocent, he knows nothing. We need the truth.
What did Duchess Florian tell you?
She said Gaspard's mercenary captain is in the Royal Wing, that he knows about the assassination.
Which could be a trap.
Or a lead. Either way, you should search the private quarters in that wing for clues.
Then get me access, and in the meantime, get your soldiers into position.
At once. Be careful, Inquisitor.
그게 신혈을 먹지. 비서하는 거. 너무 싫다 이런 거. 길을 찾으면서 어떻게 하라는 거.
Interesting. Well, that's useful.
장비 다시 착용해야 좀 불편하게 하는구나. 다른 애들은 착용하고 있는 거야? 나만 왔다 갔다 해.
Even Liliana thought this place was dangerous, and you wanted to just walk in here. This party is looking up.
Hello? Is anyone there? Somebody? Anybody?
Thank you. Are you all right? I don't think I'm hurt. No one's supposed to be here. Briala said... Oh, I shouldn't have trusted her.
Briala told you to come to this wing of the palace?
Well, not personally. The ambassador can't be seen talking to the servants. We get coded messages at certain locations, but the order came from her. She's been watching the Grand Duke all night. No surprise she wanted someone to search his sister's room.
Is there anyone else who knows the code and the drop location who could have written those orders?
I don't know. Any of us could do it, but... No. No one else would send me here. It had to be Briala.
So this room belongs to Grand Duchess Floriane?
It used to. This had been her private room in Halam Shiral since she was a child. But this part of the palace was damaged, and the royal family moved to the guest wing.
What were you trying to find in Floriane's old room?
The message didn't say. I should have known it was a setup.
This wing is sealed. How did you get in here?
Easy. The door was unlocked. One of the others probably handled it.
If there's a reason you distrust Briala, I want to hear it.
I knew her. Before. When she was Celine's pet. Now she wants to play Revolution, but I remember. She was sleeping with the Empress who purged our alienage.
Something like that could destroy Briala, if it were known.
No. Some know she has a history with the Empress. But they believe she was just a faithful servant. If the Inquisition will protect me, I'll tell you everything I know about our ambassador.
Go to the ballroom. Find Commander Cullen. He'll keep you safe.
Thank you. Make her protect you, Inquisitor.
뭐 썰레는 선택을 해야 되는 점점 스토리가 왜 그쪽으로 가냐.
What was that sound? Something's not right.
You painted Orlesian arsehole! When I get out of this, I'll fuck you like a stick.
더 필요하다고? 5개나 있네.
Inquisitor, what a pleasure. I wasn't certain you'd attend. You're such a challenge to read. I had no idea if you'd taken my bait.
I fear I'm a bit busy at the moment, if you were looking for a dance partner.
Yes, I see that. Such a pity you did not save one final dance for me. It was kind of you to walk into my trap so willingly. I was so tired of your meddling. Corypheus insisted that the Empress die tonight, and I would hate to disappoint him.
Why kill the Empress? What does Corypheus want to achieve?
Celine's death is a stepping stone on the path to a better world. Corypheus will enter the Black City and claim the godhood waiting for him. We will cast down your useless maker and usher in a united world, guided by the hand of an attentive god.
You're Orlesian royalty. Why would you help Corypheus attack your empire?
You think so small, Inquisitor. Why settle for an empire when Corypheus will remake the entire world? I admit, I will relish the look on Gaspar's face when he realizes I've outplayed him. He always was a sore loser.
What exactly is in this for you?
The world, of course. I'll deliver the entire south of Thedas, and Corypheus will save me. When he has ascended to godhood, I will rule all Thedas in his name.
You don't have to go through with this, Floriane. There's still time to turn back.
Oh, my dear Inquisitor, you are so naive. In their darkest dreams, no one imagines I would assassinate Celine myself. All I need is to keep you out of the ballroom long enough to strike. A pity you'll miss the rest of the ball, Inquisitor. They'll be talking of it for years. Kill her. Bring me the marked hand as proof. It will make a fine gift for the Master.
균열이 있어. 다 썩었구나. 다 썩었어. 죽어라. 님.
Trust his tits. What was all that? Were those demons? There aren't any more of those blasted demons coming, right?
Aren't you supposed to be a soldier? Act like one.
The pay's not good enough to keep my calm, friend. I knew Gaspard was a bastard, but I didn't think he'd feed me to fucking horrors over a damn bill.
Duke Gaspard lured you out here.
Well, his sister. But it had to come from him, didn't it? And all that garbage she was spewing doesn't mean anything. Gaspard had to be the mastermind.
Tell me everything you know.
The Duke wanted to move on the palace tonight, but he didn't have enough fancy chevaliers. So he hired me and my men. He had to offer us triple our usual pay to come to Orlais. Stinking punsy cheesemongers.
He's going to attack tonight. What about the peace talks?
Nobles don't give a shit about honor and conduct unless it suits them. He'll do what it takes to claim the throne.
Gaspard doesn't care who he hurts on his way to the throne, does he?
Gaspard's methods are thuggish.
You saved my life. I owe you. And Gaspard still hasn't paid me. You want me to talk to the Empress or the court or sing a blasted song in a chantry? I'll do it. Weapons ready!
팔아야 돼. 더 파괴할까? 잡동사니들을 좀 팔아야 된다. 침인데. 뻔뻔하게 돌아다닌다고.
Thank the Maker you're back. The Empress will begin her speech soon. What should we do?
아, 살려야 될 것 같은데.
The Grand Duchess is the assassin. Don't let her anywhere near the Empress.
Duchess? At once, Inquisitor.
Let all gathered attend. Her Imperial Majesty will now address the court.
Lords and ladies, as a nation, we mourn our sons and daughters, brothers and sisters, friends and lovers claimed by war. The sky is torn open, our divine is dead, and many fear the end of all things comes upon us. Orlais must stand as a bastion, a bulwark behind which all Thedas may take shelter. So has it stood for 1,000 years. So shall it ever stand. This would not have been possible without the efforts of many. Dear cousin, please step forward.
Grand Duchess, stand down!
겁나 잘 써.
Now!
For Corypheus, kill them all!
Cullen, protect the people!
Yes, Inquisitor.
기 잘 써. 힘을 부여받은 건가요? 걔 코 거시기한테, 호리피우스한테. 투페이스님 어서 오세요.
Beaten at every turn. You stole the moment of my triumph, just as you stole the demon army from Merimonde. And now you've chased a defenseless woman into the garden.
저기
Are you
활이랑
proud of yourself?
도적인가 보네.
You were about to murder the Empress. We both know you're not defenseless.
True, you never were one to fall for my helpless damsel act. The night is still young. All I need to recover is to kill you, Inquisitor. So good of you to attend my soirée.
힘을 부여받았나 보네. 전개가 좀 뜬금없긴 하다 근데.
Leaving so soon, Your Grace. She's up on the wall. Fight, Gloria! Hurry! The lady knows how to make an exit. Where's the Duchess?
죽었어. 네. 왔어요. 더 이상 전술을 써야 되는 거 같아. 도망갔어? 뭘 도망가?
Florian, your party's finally picking up. Watch your step. The dancer. Watch out!
죽어라. 있어. 이렇게 죽었네 그냥. 활이다 활. 이거 못 버려야 되는. 짝재료나 이런데 되는 거. 쓸데없이 많은 거. 활 바꾸자. 13레벨이. 데미지 차이가 크게 나진 않네.
Your sister attempted regicide in front of the entire court, Gaspard.
You're the spy master. If anyone knew this atrocity was coming, it was you.
You don't deny your involvement.
I do deny it. I knew nothing of Florian's plans. But you knew it all and did nothing.
I don't know which is better. That you think I'm all-seeing, or that you're trying so hard to play innocent and failing.
죽였어야 돼.
Enough! We will not bicker while Tevinter plots against our nation. For the safety of the Empire, I will have answers.
어쨌든 이렇게 하면은 가스파르가 반란했다는 건 둘 다 똑같으니까 브리알라한테 뭔가 지지를 받는 쪽으로.
Florian in time without Briala's help. You were working together.
Of course.
용대장 안 만났었는데. 걔였나 아까? 알려주네.
Ambassador Briala, Gaspard's mercenary captain, will testify that he hired men to infiltrate the palace.
Hired thugs? I didn't expect you to stoop so low, cousin.
Don't be naive, Celine. The only difference between a mercenary and a common soldier is a uniform.
Keep talking, Gaspard. Eventually, you'll convince somebody.
He also murdered a Council of Heralds emissary. I found the body and his knife in the servants' quarters.
I have done no such thing.
We've all heard enough to damn the Grand Duke.
Thank you, Inquisitor. There can be no doubt of your treason, Gaspard.
No, it seems there cannot.
Briala found all of this out for your sake, Celine.
In light of overwhelming evidence, we have no choice but to declare you an enemy of the Empire. You are hereby sentenced to death.
I think Ambassador Briala deserves some reward for uncovering all this.
For this service to the Empire, Briala, your previous treachery will be pardoned. But you will have to live in exile.
You're too kind.
Thank you, Inquisitor, for all your efforts tonight. I owe you my life, and Orlais owes you its future.
Tiens.
You have done a service for the Empire never
다
to be
죽였어야
forgotten,
되는
my
거.
friend.
콜한테 맨날 계속
This
호감도가
piece is your doing. You
떨어지네 계속.
truly are the instrument of Andraste. Orlais will never forget your part in this, nor will I. Lords and ladies of the court, the civil war which has plagued us is at an end. The Orlesian Empire is whole again. Those who drove us into war for selfish gain have been dealt with as traitors. Gaspard de Chalon is guilty of treason. He is no longer our cousin and shall never again hold title or land in Orlais. We have lost enough. No
사형도
more.
다시는
Now,
토지고
we can move
무슨
forward
상관이지?
to healing and restoration. In our hour of need, the Inquisition has faced these dangers beside us. It is the honor of Orlais to stand with Andraste's herald to end this crisis. And in ages to come, our children and grandchildren can say that we left them a brighter world. Will you address the court, my friend?
Ending the war was the first step. Our final goal must be peace for all Thedas.
Well said, Inquisitor. We of the court must use our resources. Not every battle is won on the field, but that is tomorrow. Tonight, feast, my friends. Enjoy our victory. There will be many more to come.
The Orlesian nobility make drunken toasts to your victory, and yet you are not present to hear them.
제일 나쁜 놈 아닌가?
Do you tire
뒤에서
so
조종하는 거?
quickly of their congratulations, Inquisitor? It is most fickle, after all your efforts on their behalf.
There's plenty of opportunity for that later. I wanted some air.
I had no wish to interrupt your breathing, only to bring news. By imperial decree, I have been named liaison to the Inquisition. Celine wishes to offer you any and all aid, including mine. Congratulations.
I had no idea you were interested in joining the Inquisition.
The assignment has been given to me, regardless of my personal interest. Celine knows you face an opponent who wields great magical power, which is far more important than her own curiosity. You will require my knowledge if you are to defeat such magic. Regardless, Corypheus is a threat to Orlais and to myself. Thus, I am not opposed to the appointment.
What skills do you have that would benefit us?
I have knowledge which falls beyond the realm of most mages. I suspect this is also true of Corypheus, thus it behooves you to add to your arcane arsenal, yes? Mundane knowledge will not bring the rift in the sky to a close, after all.
When you say knowledge beyond the realm of most mages, do you mean blood magic?
I know many obscure, forgotten, and forbidden arts. Some of it you might consider blood magic, yes? Should thought of that frighten you, allow me to offer reassurance.
불의 마법 쓸 것 같은데.
Knowledge alone does no harm. What I possess I place at your disposal to make use of or ignore as you desire.
Welcome to the Inquisition, Morrigan.
A most gracious response. I shall meet you at Skyhold.
뭔가 구리단 말이지. 스파이가
Is everything all right? You look troubled.
Things went according to plan for once. I couldn't be happier.
Tonight was a triumph. You should be proud. Is there anything I can do?
이런 데서 뭔가
Can I get you anything?
호감도
drink, perhaps?
증가시켜서 그게 되는 건가?
Would you care to dance with me, Lady Josephine?
I would love to, my lady.
오늘은 일단 여기까지 할게요. 점점 인물도 많아지고 스토리가 복잡해져가지고 좀 어려워지는 것 같은데요, 점점.
The matter is urgent, Lady Josephine.
I am well aware of that, revered mother.
We will need them to
아,
return
이거
to
하다
Valwaro as
보니까
soon as
뭐
possible. There are ceremonies,
계속 하게 돼가지고 뭐 한 게 없는데 시간이
quite
금방 가네.
impossible at the moment.
되게 뭐
However,
지역
I
한
will
두
see to this matter as soon
군데밖에
as
안 했는데 벌써 5시간,
Lady
6시간 한
Inquisitor.
건데.
Please, may I have a word with you?
How may I assist you, revered mother?
With the political turmoil put to rest, our minds turn to a
그러니까
single
뭔가
question.
게임이 잘 맞는 거겠죠. 그러니까 스토리가 뭔가 이렇게
We
계속
cannot
보게
answer it
만드는 게
without the
있어가지고
left and right hands of divine Justinia V.
궁금증도 되게
I have
뭔가 많이
already
이렇게
told you, revered mother.
자극을
Lady
해가지고
Leliana and Seeker Cassandra cannot be spared from their duties.
But surely with the support of the
배신이
Empire,
일단
the
난무해가지고
Inquisition will not be harmed by the loss of just 2 souls.
Why do you need Liliana and Cassandra?
They were Her Holiness's most trusted advisors. They represent her legacy, her hopes for peace in Thedas. They could rally the Grand Clerics to follow as no candidate from the clergy has been able to.
Are the Grand Clerics truly unable to elect a divine?
Everyone with the political support to succeed Justinia perished alongside her. Those who remain are unable to gather the majority of votes from the conclave of Grand Clerics. They have been deadlocked for too long. Lady Liliana and Seeker Cassandra were Justinia's most trusted friends and advisors. Our late divine is still held in high esteem. To honor her, the Grand Clerics might support one of them as successor.
How long does the Chantry need them?
Several months, at least. If one of them is crowned divine, she would not be returning to the Inquisition.
못 돌아온다고?
Liliana and Cassandra would have to make that decision for themselves.
And they certainly will, at a later date. The Inquisitor has only just returned and has important business to attend to. You must excuse us, revered mother. Don't let them detract from your victory at Alam-Shiral. We've beaten his wardens and stopped his intrigues. Soon Corypheus will have no place to hide. Cullen is hoping to press our advantage. We'll plan our next attack when you're ready.
복구품.
Someone left sliced plums on the windowsill again. The juice is attracting flies. There are spiders everywhere. The plums were right in front of me, but I can't quite recall.
Oh, Bells, it's you. Morris. Sir Morris, I suppose. I am serving as quartermaster for Skyhold and its arriving throngs. Stores are growing, and so long as we have fair coin to restock, you and yours will be well served.
The previous quartermaster survived Haven. Where is she?
She had views. Has views. Perfectly legitimate ones if you share them, Inquisitor. I believe it was felt that your quartermaster should be more palatable now that the Inquisition is in Orlais. She continues to serve, just not at the fore.
왜 초조해야 거짓말이라는 거 아니야?
The Skyhold's shining like a beacon? You name it, it's here or on the way. I've wrung out the slackers, given them what for. I think I like this job.
What makes you ideal for this position? It's an important one.
My family has ties to several freehold militias, as well as cousins acting as officers in Ferelden and Orlais.
And your qualifications?
My family holds treaties with 3 new money Tevinter houses, and a rare Orzuma contract with a Paragon namesake.
And your qualifications?
To be honest, Your Worship, that was my question. I am the nexus of a dozen threads tied by others, designed to cast the widest and most appealing resource net. But I will rise to the occasion. Skyhold will want for nothing. I swear it.
그런 애들이 꼭 큰 사고를 치는데
There are problems coming out of Halam Shiral.
능력보다 뭔가
There are always problems from Halam Shiral. We've lost a
큰
few
걸 하려고.
contracts, but more than made up for it. Although, if a few commendations were given, it might retie some severed threads. I
감투를
can't
달라는
suggest
거고.
how. That is better decided at your war table, and I'm not going near that thing.
As you were.
We are here for you, Inquisitor. Consider it done.
Yes.
심판해야 돼. 아우터월드처럼 그냥 다 죽이고 갔어야 되는
This
건데.
wasn't my idea. It is an issue born of titles and heir apparency and... Halam Shiral is having difficulty freeing trade routes formerly controlled by Duchess Florian. Had she been tried, her assets would be forfeit and considerable bureaucracy avoided. So they ask that we judge her.
There is worth and weight in every judgment, no matter how unusual.
That was the time allotted for rebuttal. Her crimes negated any claim to... Forgive me, there is an odor.
Strangely enough, something similar happened to an uncle of Emperor Leandra II. His trade routes were returned to the reigning monarch. Why don't we just follow suit?
A wise choice. Thank you for making it swiftly.
그런 지식은 어디서 알게 된 거야? 여기까지 일단 할게요. 해야 될 게 많아지는 느낌인데. 나중에 그럼 카산드라나 이렇게 릴리 둘 중에 한 명은 뭐 이렇게 못 보는 거네요, 결국은. 한 명이 교황이 되는 거니까. 전직하는 것도 있다고 들었는데 전직을 그러니까 그 퀘스트 그걸로 하는 건가? 어떻게 해야 되는 거야? 버그가 이렇게 나오네요. 어허, 성 내부로 들어와 버렸네. 꼈다. 아니, 레벨 때문에 없었나? 정리하고 이런 거는 나중에 하도록 하겠습니다.